Very good morning, everybody. Today we are going to see the today we are going to see the topic linear algebra for the GATE exam preparations. So before we go to the problems, we will see some definitions, results on linear algebra. Rank of the matrix. So you know the matrix definition is m and elements or numbers arranged in rows and columns is called matrix. The number R is called rank of the matrix if every minor of order R plus 1 of A is 0, and also there exists at least one minor of order R which is non-zero. So every minor of order R plus 1 of A is 0. That is, suppose R equal to 2. R equal to 2. So minor of order 3 of A is 0, 2 is non-zero, means the rank of the matrix is 2. So note the rank of the matrix is denoted by row of A. Rank of null matrix is always 0. Null matrix is a matrix whose entries are 0, whose all entries are 0. If A equal to Aij, I denotes rows, number of rows, J denotes number of columns, that is A1, 1 like that. So then row of A, that is rank of A less than or equal to minimum of M or N, that is number of rows or number of columns. Which is minimum, that will be the rank of the matrix. So property of the rank of the matrix, this one. This is also property, that is rank of the null matrix is 0 always. Rank of the identity matrix of order n, In, equal to n always. Order n means n. Okay. Rank of 0 matrix is 0. For example, let A equal to 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 7. So determinant value is determinant of this matrix is 0, but definitely the rank of the matrix less than or equal to 2, because of order 3 is 0. Determinant value is 0. The minor of order 3 is 0. So that definitely less than 3 will be the rank. So minor of order 2 is, you take any 2 by 2 minor, any, okay, 1, 2, 2, 3. So it is non-zero, so rank of A is 2. So in another way also we can do this problem. So another way is by using row elementary transformation. Suppose, so given matrix is this one, I want to find the what is that, rank of the matrix. So we will reduce this into row echelon, that is row echelon form, that is equivalent to. So I will fix this 1, 2, 3 first row as it is. So I will make these two elements are 0. So I will take the row elementary transformation. So R2, I want to make this term is 0. So R2 is written as R2 minus 2R1. So then only 2.210. So similarly R3 is R3 minus 3R1. That's all. So using this, it is 0. Two elements are 0. 3 minus 2 into 2, 4. That is 3 minus 4 is minus 1. 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. Then 3 minus 3 is 0, so that is 0. 5 minus 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 2, 6. 5 minus 6, that is minus 1. 7 minus 9. 7 minus 9, how much? It is minus 2. So it is reduced to, now there is no change in R1. So you see, I want to make next term, this term as 0. So later I will explain the row echelon form. 0 minus 1 minus 2. This is a pivot element. So I want to make this element is 0. Okay. So that R3 is written as, so if you subtract, so 0 minus 0, it is 0. Minus 1 minus 1 minus plus 1, it is 0. Minus 2 minus 1 minus plus 2, it is 0. So the number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form is the rank of the matrix. Here number of non-zero rows is only 2. So rank of A equal to 2. So we can use any one of the method. So mostly we will use the row echelon form method, because if you have a uh, rectangular matrix, okay, if it is 3 by 3 matrix, you can find easily the value of the determinant of the matrix. Suppose the matrix is 5 by 3, 5 rows, 3 columns, or it is not possible. So only we can find the determinant value of the matrix if it is square matrix, that is number of rows equal to number of columns, it must be there. Then only we can find the determinant of the matrix. So minor we can find, the minor order minor we can find. Okay, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, like that minors we can find. But the value of the matrix, whole matrix, we want to find the determinant of the matrix, must be a square matrix. That is number of rows equal to number of columns. Then rank of the matrix. Okay, another method. The rank of the transpose of the matrix is equal to rank of the matrix. That means A and A transpose are same rank. Okay, rank of A transpose equal to rank of A for any square matrix. So elementary row transformation. The following three types of operations on rows of given matrix are known as elementary row transformation. One is interchanging any two rows of the given matrix, multiply every element of any row of the given matrix by a non-zero number, adding non-zero scale multiple of the elements of any row of the corresponding element 0 of corresponding elements another row. So note, one is denoted by Rij, 2 is denoted by Rik. So what is 1? Subdivision 1, that is interchanging any two rows of the given matrix, like that. Okay, we'll see in the example. Column equivalent, what is a row equivalent? Matrix will be row equivalent to the matrix B if the B can be obtained from A by applying in successive finite number of elementary row transformation on A. We write A is row equivalent to B. Okay, so we'll see in the example. Matrix, echelon form of the matrix. A matrix is said to be in echelon form if all the zero rows occur below non-zero rows. That means all the zero rows occur below non-zero. You see, in this problem, final stage, zero rows occur below the non-zero rows. This first row, second row, third row are non-zeros. at least one element is non-zero means that is non-zero row in first row, second row, third row. Fourth row all elements are zero. It's a zero row, that is zero rows. Okay, all the zero rows occur only below the non-zero rows. The number of zero before the first non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. The first non-zero element in every non-zero is the first non-zero element in every non-zero row is 1. See, for example, the given matrix. This is the given matrix 1 2 7 2 4 0 like that. So in this, can we already it is in the row echelon form. So say example for row echelon form, this matrix, how many rows? 4 rows, 5 columns. This one 3 rows and 4 columns. So already it is in the echelon form. The rank of the matrix is 2. The rank of this matrix is 3 because 3 non-zero rows. The rank of this matrix is also 3. The because the number of non-zero rows in this matrix are 3 non-zero rows. From the above example, it is clear that if the matrix is in row echelon form, then any column that contains leading entry 1 must contain zeros below the leading entry. So method to find rank of the matrix using row elementary transformation. Another one is first method. First reduce the given matrix to echelon form by using row elementary transformation. Then the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form is the rank of the given matrix. So some results are there. If A and B are two matrices conformable for multiplication, then so matrix multiplication is possible if the number of columns in the first matrix must be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. Then only the matrix multiplication is possible. Okay. So that is a conformable for multiplication A and B are. So that is a line it is saying. Then rank of AB less than or equal to rank of A. Either it is equal to A or less than A. Transformation. So see 4, 5 minus 6. It is a 2 rows, 4 columns. It is a 2 by 4 matrix. Okay. So it is not possible to find the determinant value because for only square matrix only it is possible to find the determinant value. So we have to apply only the what is the method, row elementary transformation method only we can apply to find the rank of the matrix. So I am applying row elementary transformation. I want to make this term as 0. So what I do? So operate R2 minus 2R1. So what we have done, see, operate R2 minus 2R1. R2 is written as 2R1. See, this 7 minus 2 into 4, 8. Minus 7 minus 8, it is minus 1. Next. Minus 10 minus 3 minus 13 minus plus 12, it is 12. So there is a change in what R2 only. So R1 remaining same. Say printing machine, this 4 must come. Okay. So what next? What I do? So it is -2. -2. 8 minus 2, it is 6. So that is the first operation. Okay. Second operation, what I do? I am interchanging the R1 and R2. Okay. Because it goes to that one comes here. That is the 4, it is 1 printing state. That is 4, 5 minus 6, it is 1. And so why I am taking to interchanging, because I want to keep one as a pivot element, key element, so that I am interchanging. After that I am multiplying by -1 uh, throughout R1. So it is 1 plus 13 minus 12 minus 6. So after that R2 is written as R2 minus 4R1. So that is our transformation. So 5 minus 4 into, so simplification I am getting this. So after that I cannot, okay, I am having two non-zero rows, so that rank of A equal to 2. So this is how we are finding the rank of the matrix, rank, row rank and column rank of the matrix. What is row rank and column rank? The number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form of the matrix is called row rank of the matrix. Column matrix, column rank, the number of non-zero rows in the column echelon form of the matrix is called column matrix, column rank of the A. Since row echelon form of the square matrix have the same number of non-zero rows, therefore row rank of matrix is independent of the row echelon form of the matrix. Every matrix is row equivalent to row equivalent matrix. Similarly, every matrix is column equivalent to column equivalent matrix. If A is in row equivalent form, and then its transpose is in the column equivalent form. So A, if you take transpose, row equivalent form becomes column equivalent form. That's all. Okay. So this is the example 131 rank of I am taking. So I am applying the row element transformation, making the row echelon form, which is row echelon form. Clearly rank of A equal to 2. There are two non-zero rows in the echelon form. If we take transpose, what will happen? So that is two non-zero rows. Okay. So rank of A equal to 2. Suppose if I take transpose, then its transpose is in the column echelon form. A is in row echelon form. Transpose, what will happen? So what will happen this one? See. If I take transpose this one, this is a row echelon form of the matrix A. Suppose what will be the transpose? So R1 is changed as C1. 1, 2, minus 1, minus 1. R2 is written as C2, 0, 1, minus 7 by 5, minus 2 by 5. R3 is taken as C3. So how many non-zero columns? Only 2. So the rank of A transpose is also 2. Rank of A is also 2. Okay. So both are equivalent. Row echelon form, column echelon form, both are same. Okay. So we will go to the problem, then we will come to again the theory part. First problem: Consider the following matrix R equal to R equal to 1248, 1392, 27, 14, 16, 64, 15, 25, 125. The absolute value of the product of eigenvalues of R. So eigenvalues, this is the eigenvalue. So first of all, is it a square matrix? Yeah. Only for square matrix only we can find the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation. The characteristic roots are called eigenvalues of the matrix. Okay. So it is 4 by 4 matrix. It is possible. Okay. So I want to say the characteristic equation of the 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 matrix and general equation of the given matrix of order n. So first general. So for any square matrix of order n, A n by n matrix. So simply A is a square matrix of order n. A is square matrix of order n. So the characteristic equation of A is determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. So this is the characteristic equation. Okay. Eigenvalues, it is defined as Ax equal to lambda x. So x is the non-zero eigenvector for n order. So if it is order n, so you will have what is that? Vector. So column vector or so if the matrix having only one column, we call it as column matrix or column vector. Okay. And if matrix having only one row, we call it as row vectors or simply vector. Okay. So this column vector is called as eigenvector if it satisfies this equation, where lambda is some scalar. So lambda is the eigenvalue. So the eigenvalue which satisfies this equation, this matrix equation, we call it as that lambda is called eigenvalue of the matrix. Okay, this is a general characteristic equation of the matrix A of order n. Suppose 2 by 2 matrix means we will have the 2 by 2 matrix, and the characteristic equation is characteristic equation of 2 by 2 matrix. That is A equal to A11, A12, A21, A22, and 3 by 3 matrix A equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So characteristic equation is, so you know the Ax equal to lambda x. Okay. Here 2 by 2 matrix means x will be the x1 and x2 column vector. That is column vector, non-zero column vector. We call it as eigenvector if it satisfies this equation Ax equal to lambda x, where lambda is eigenvalue, some scalar. So this is the general characteristic equation. Determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. The I is the identity matrix of order n, which will be the order of that matrix A. Okay. lambda square minus s1 lambda plus s2 equal to 0. So s1 equal to sum of the main diagonal elements a11 plus a22, sum of the main diagonal elements, and s2 equal to determinant of a. And for 3 by 3 matrix, lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus s3 equal to 0. What is s1? Sum of the main elements a11 plus a22 plus a33. Sum of the main diagonal elements. That is the s1. S2 equal to sum of the minus of main element. What is the minus of this element? Minus of main elements. So like that is a to 2, a to 3, determinant of a to 2, a to 3, a3 to a33. Deleting respective row, respective column, respective row, we are getting that determinant. Plus, so what is the minor of this element? This a11, a12, a21, a22. And S3 equal to determinant of A. So another way of finding the characteristic equation, solving the characteristic equation, we get eigenvalues of the matrix. So another shortcut method for finding the characteristic equation for 2 by 2 matrix and 3 by 3 matrix is equal to 0. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem? Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Instead of lambda, we will replace by lambda by A. So that is every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. We call it as Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Theorem is statement. That is a true statement, accepted statement. The statement as proof. That is the theorem. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Okay, we'll go to the problem. The problem. So see, uh, that's the following matrix R equal to 1 to 4, like that, the absolute value of the product of eigenvalues. See, there are two methods to solve this problem. One is using properties of eigenvalues. Another one is this is another one is the product of eigenvalues is the determinant of A. Sum of the eigenvalues is sum of the main diagonal elements. So that is our property of eigenvalues of the matrix. See, I want to find determinant of R. So determinant of R, there are two methods. One is using that is row, that is echelon form. Making echelon form, you will multiply the that is what is that product of main diagonals. So this is the main diagonal elements of the matrix. Subdiagonal, this one. Left to right. Okay. Top to top corner to this one. Okay. Left to top corner. Okay. Is right top corner to left bottom corner. That is subdiagonal. This is main diagonal. Okay. Main diagonal or simply diagonal. Okay. See, I reduced it to row echelon form. After that, the product of the main elements is called the determinant of the given matrix. So there are two methods. One is using the determinant properties. Okay, so as it is in the form 1a square a cube. So the formula is like this, determinant value is like this. So a minus b, b minus c, c minus d, d minus a, b minus d. So I am applying, okay, 2 minus b. So if you apply the formula, you will get the value 12. This is one method. Okay. So 1 2, that is 1 2 4 8, 1 3 9 27, 27, 9 into 3 27. Okay. 1 4 60, this is 64 I think. Okay, yeah, 64. So like that, okay, if you apply the formula we will get it. So row echelon form, how will you get? um, making these three terms are 0. R2 is R2 minus R1. 1 is a pivot element, key element, and similarly R3 minus R1, R4 minus R1 should make the, so 3 minus 2 it is 1, 4 minus 2 it is 4 minus 2, how much? So R3 is R3 minus R1, R3 minus R1, 16, no. So what we have done means, for R2, R2 minus R1, okay, R3 minus R2, so 4 minus 3 it is 1, 16 minus 9, 16 minus 9, what will happen? So no, so what I have done, so it is 4 minus 2 it is 2 only, and 16, so there are several methods to find it. Okay, one of the method is this one. Okay, so after that I have taken 2 commonly from where, 2 commonly from where, in the third row, and 3 commonly from fourth row. So 2 into 3, first row is same, second row is same, third row is 1 6 28. 3 3 we take count side 1 7, like that, 39. So after simplifying we will get this one. So product of the maintained elements is 2, 2 into 6 12. So the rank of the, that is, no, not rank, it's what is determinant value is 12. So that is a product of eigenvalues. So next problem. So let X be the square matrix. Consider the two statements on X. X be the square matrix. Consider the following statements on X. First statement, X is invertible. Second statement, determinant of X is non-zero. Which of the following is true? So it is very clear. Both are first statement A. 1 implies 2, 2 doesn't imply 1. The second, 2 implies, that is 2 implies 1, 1 doesn't imply 2. So continue to say 1 doesn't imply 2, 2 doesn't imply 1. 1 and 2 are equivalent statements. So in the GATE exam 2019 test, it has been asked. So answer is D, because so if the determinant is non-zero, definitely it has pair. Invertible means it has pair, that A inverse, X inverse. So determinant is non-zero means definitely it has pair. It is not singular. Okay. So both are equivalent. Answer is D. So some results are using. Third one. Let A and B be the n by n matrices over real numbers. The rank of M and determinant of M denote, that is denoting the rank and determinant of the matrix respectively. Consider the following statements. Rank of AB equal to rank of A into rank of B. Determinant of AB equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Similarly, rank of A plus B less than or equal to rank of A plus rank of B. Determinant of A plus B less than or equal to determinant of A plus determinant of B. Which of the following statements are true? See, through option, you have to go by through option. So suppose you must, if you are strong in any one of the result, you go with that. So determinant of A B equal to determinant of A into determinant of 2 is true. So B and D will be false. Either A or C will be the answer. So you know that determinant of A B equal to this property if you know very well. So that definitely either A or C is the correct answer. Okay. Okay. Now I am checking that A, that is A is 1 and 2 only 2. C, so I want to check 2 is true. Okay, I have to prove 1 is true, statement 1 is true, 3 is false, or otherwise 3 is true, 1 is false. I have to show. Okay, so first what I do, rank of A and B are false. Okay, first, so determinant of AB is, what is AB? This is AB, no? This is AB, but rank of, okay. So this result is false. First we prove that determinant of AB is not equal to determinant of A, determinant of B. So suppose I am taking A is this one, B is this one. Okay, determinant of what is AB? It's identity matrix. B is identity matrix of P, AB equal to A will come. So the rank of this matrix is 2, but the rank of B is 3 and rank of A is 2. So the 2 into 3 is 6. It cannot be equal, so that 2 is false. That's why by using this, A and C will not come. Either B and D are false, true. A and C are definitely false. Okay, definitely B and D must come. Okay, A and B are false. I'm going to show. Okay, if I show 4 is false, subdivision 4 is false, definitely what I told, A and B are false. Okay, C and D I have to check. So either, so common 3. So either 2 and 4 I have to check. 2 is false. 2 is false. Okay. A and B are false. This is wrong. No. Second is false means A and C are false. Therefore, B and D must be a true. So from this, 4 is true. 4 is definitely it is true. So no. Okay. So I have to check 1 and 3. Either 1 is false, I will say D is the correct answer. If 3 is false, I will say B is true. Sorry. What is that? Yeah. Because this is a false statement. C must be there. No, second is false. We have told, so that A and C are false. So I am checking. 4 is true. No need to check fourth one. Okay, I have to check 1 and 3. Okay, rank of A. So it is not true. 1 is not true. Okay, therefore. So what is that? Determinant, what is that? Determinant rank of A, rank of AB equal to that one. Okay, rank of AB not equal to rank of A, rank of B. A and B are false. And A plus B, if I take, what is the A plus B is determinant of A. Determinant of A is 0 because we have 0 column. Okay, 0 row. So that, so 2 is using this, hence D is false. D is false because fourth one, okay, D is false. Therefore, C is true. So 2 and 3 are only 2. 2 and 3 only 2. So rank of A, rank of, okay. So 2 is already I told you. 2 is a trivial one. 2 is true. Okay. Using that, I will eliminate B and D. So another method this one. So using this result, so you will check uh, 1 and 3. Okay, as 1 is false, directly I will say C is true. Okay, because 2 is true. Okay, 2 is true. Using that, either 1 is true or A is true or C is true. So I am checking and that what is that statement? 1 is false. As 1 is false, definitely C is true. Okay, so statement 2 and 3 are true. Okay, next I go to the next problem. Two eigenvalues of 3 by 3 matrix are 2 plus square root of minus 1 and 3. The determinant of the matrix is C. 3 by 3 matrix, okay. So complex roots occurs always in pair. So 2 plus I is 1. So 2 plus or minus I and 3. Okay. The determinant of matrix definitely product A plus IB into A minus IB is A square plus B square. A square 2 square plus 4, 2 square plus 1, 1 square, that is 4 plus 1 5, 5 into 3 15. So that is the product of eigenvalues, that is the determinant of the matrix. So 15 is the answer. Next problem, suppose that the eigenvalues of the matrix are 1, 2, 4. The determinant of the A inverse whole transpose. A and A transpose have same eigenvalues, that you know. Okay, because same determinant value. Okay, okay. That property we know we have A and A transpose of the same eigenvalues. Lambda is an eigenvalue, then 1 by lambda is the eigenvalue of A inverse. Given 1, 2, 4 are the eigenvalues of the matrix A. So reciprocal will be the eigenvalues of A inverse. And A and A transpose are same eigenvalues. Therefore, A inverse having this eigenvalues, A inverse transpose also having same eigenvalues because A and A transpose have same eigenvalues by property of eigenvalues. This is okay. So eigenvalues of the I need determinant product of the eigenvalues. Product, if you want to find product 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is the determinant of the A inverse whole transpose. Next problem. The larger of the two eigenvalues of the matrix, the larger one I want to find. Okay. First find the eigenvalues of the 2 by 2 matrix, given matrix. So characterization of 2 by 2 matrix, lambda square minus st lambda, sum of the diagonal elements, okay, 4 plus 1, that is 5, and product of the eigenvalues 4 minus 10, that is minus 6. So substituting the sum of the main moments and determinant of A. So by factorizing, that is product must be minus 6, sum must be minus 5, minus 6. So 6 nuடைய factors 1 comma 6. So sum 1 comma minus 6. Sum must be minus 5, product must be minus 6. So it's okay. So eigenvalues are among this, which is the largest one? 6. So 6 is the answer. Okay. Consider the following 2 by 2 matrix where two elements are unknown and are marked by A and B. The eigenvalues of this matrix are minus 1 and 7. What are the eigenvalues of the A and B? For given matrix A equal to 1, 4, B, A. So options are A equal to 6, B equal to 4, A equal to 4, B equal to 6. So through options going is it is little difficult. Instead of that, And by using properties lambda 1 plus lambda 2, sum of the eigenvalues equal to sum of the main elements, that is 1 plus a is the main elements 1 and a. Product of the eigenvalues equal to determinant of a, that is a minus 4b. So that is eigenvalues, it is given 1 minus 1 comma 7. So substituting that, what I am getting, this is some of the eigenvalues. Eigenvalues minus 1 plus 7. Main elements 1 plus a. From this it is 6. This 1 goes here, 6 minus 1, it is 5, a equal to 5. From this it is minus 7. A is what? 5. It goes to that side, minus 5. That is minus 12. That is minus 12 by minus 4, that is 3. So P equal to 3, A equal to 5. P equal to 3, A equal to 5. So option 4 is correct. Next problem. If the characteristic polynomial of 3 by 3 matrix over R, the set of real numbers, lambda cube minus 4 lambda square plus a lambda plus 30, where a belongs to R, set of real numbers, and one eigenvalue of m is 2, then the largest among the absolute values of eigenvalue of m is. Solution. So given, what is the given data? So given data is characteristic equation. Okay. Then one of the eigenvalues is also given, that is lambda 1 equal to 2. Then the largest among the absolute value of the eigenvalue of m is. So as it's a 3 by 3 matrix, it will have 3 eigenvalues. If it is repeated or non-repeated, no problem. So we will have definitely 3 eigenvalues. If it is even it may be a 0 also eigenvalue. Okay. Now, so what I have to find the largest among the absolute values of the eigenvalues. Absolute means the modulus value, positive value of the eigenvalues of the matrix M. See, using properties of the what is that? Eigenvalues. Sum of the eigenvalues equal to sum of the main diagonal elements of the matrix. So this is sum of the main elements. Sum of the, this one is A is the sum of the minus of main elements. This is a product of the eigenvalue. Product of the eigenvalues, we will say that, and also it is a determinant of A. This one is sum of the main elements, sum of the minus of main elements. It is a determinant of A. That is. So just substituting sum of the main elements equal to sum of the eigenvalues, that is 4. By formula it is minus a plus a minus. So it is minus 30 is the product of eigenvalues, that is determinant of E minus 30. So just substituting. So lambda 1 is given, one of the eigenvalue is given, that is 2. Lambda 2, lambda 3, it is lambda 2, lambda 3 is minus 15. After that, instead of lambda 3, we substitute 2 minus lambda 2, because so product of sum of the eigenvalues equal to sum of the main elements. From that 2 goes there, 4 minus 2, it is 2, 2 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 equal to 2. Lambda 3 equal to, I want lambda 3 goes to that side, 2 minus lambda 2. So just substituting in the lambda 3 here, so I am getting that what is 2 lambda plus 2 lambda 2 minus lambda 2 square. Minus 15 comes this side, it is plus 15, taking minus on both sides, multiply minus 1 on both sides, you will get this lambda square minus 2 lambda 2 minus 15 equal to 0. Factorization, so 15 factors are 1 into 15. Okay, sum must be minus 2, so that 5 into 3. Okay, minus 5 plus 3, so it is minus 2. and also minus 5 into 3 is minus 15. So all things are coming. So lambda 2 equal to 5 and lambda 3, lambda 2 or lambda 2 equal to minus 3, 5 or minus 3. So among that, what they are asking, the largest among the absolute value of the eigenvalues of the matrix. The largest is what is that? Absolute positive value, it is 5. 5 is the answer. Ninth one. The system of equations. What is the system of equations? Collection of two or more equations, we call it a system of equations. System of equations. X plus y plus z equal to 26. X plus y plus z equal to 6. X plus 4y plus 6z equal to 20. And x plus 4y plus lambda z equal to mu has no solution for values of has no solution for values of lambda and mu given by. See the system. First of all, system. What is the system? System means collection of two or more equation. We call it as system. Okay. In general, matrix equation we call it as Ax equal to b. Okay. This is a system of equations for this can be in algebraic a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a1n xn. Similarly, a21 x1 plus etc. a2n xn etc. an1 first row first column, second row first column, nth row first column, x1 plus etc. plus ann x. So this is B. What is B mat? What is X matrix? X1, X2, etc. Xn. B matrix some values B1, B2, B3, etc. Bn. So it is B1, B2, etc. Bn. So this system has Ax equal to B as unique solution, no solution, infinite number of solutions. If rank of A equal to rank of A B augment matrix, which is also equal to n, that is number of unknowns. Unknowns is this is unknown. Suppose no solution means rank of A not equal to rank of augment matrix. Infinite number of solutions, rank of A equal to rank of AB, but less than number of unknowns. N is what? Number of unknowns. Okay. This is the theory part of the system of linear equations having unique solution, no solution, infinite number of solution for the given conditions. The problem is this is I think ninth problem and 10th problem. Both are the system of equation problems. So first we will see the easiest one, 10th one we will see. Okay. 10th one, the problem is so I want to find rank of the augment matrix. Okay. So what is the augment matrix? The A, B. So 1, 1, 1. First row. 3. Okay. 1 minus 1, 0, 0. 1 minus 1, 1. The coefficients of that variables. Minus 1, 1. So I want to make it is a row echelon form. Row echelon form. So 1. First row no change. R2 minus R1, 1 minus 1, 0, minus 1, minus 1, minus, it is minus 2, 0 minus 1, it is minus 1, 0 minus 3, it is minus 3. And similarly, R3 minus R1, 1 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, 1 minus 1, it is 0. And 1 minus 3, it is minus 2. C. So rank of, I want to eliminate this, the element is 0. So just R3 minus R2, same, 1, 1, 0, minus 2, minus 1, 3, minus 3. So R3 minus R2, 0 minus 0, 0, minus 2 plus 2, it is 0, and 0 minus 2 minus plus 1. So it is minus 2 minus plus 3, it is plus 1. So this is a row echelon form. So what is the number of non-zero rows in A? Rank of A equal to 3. Also rank of AB also 3. Okay, that is also equal to number of unknowns is also 3. So it will have unique solution as the condition is satisfied. Rank of A equal to rank of AB, that is equal to number of unknowns. Number of unknowns is 3. So the given system of equation is as unique solution. Okay, and that ninth problem what it says, the system of equations x plus y plus z equal to 6, x plus 4y plus 6z equal to 20, x plus 4y plus lambda z equal to mu has no solution for values of lambda and mu. For what values? Okay. Option A, lambda equal to 6, mu equal to 20, lambda not equal to 6, mu equal to 20, lambda equal to 6, mu not equal to 20, lambda not equal to 6, mu not equal to 20. So, for no solution, rank of A not equal to rank of AB. Okay. So, from this, I am going to find the augment matrix. So 1 1 6 first row, second row 1 4 6 20, second row, third row 1 4 mu, sorry 1 4 lambda mu. So that is our third row. So using row elementary transformation, R3 is R3 minus R1, 4 minus 1 3. R3 is taken as R3 minus R2. Sorry, I'm taking transformation. R3 minus this 1 is a pivot element. 1 minus 1 0, 4 minus 4 0, lambda minus 6, mu minus 20. After that, for no solution, rank of A equal to 2, rank of AB equal to 3. So see, rank of lambda must be equal to 6. Then only rank of A must be equal to 2. So 6 minus 6 0. So lambda must be equal to 6. All other options lambda equal to 6 having. So two options A and C. Okay. So lambda equal to 6. But mu not equal to 20. Then only rank of AB will be equal to 3. So then only rank of A not equal to rank of AB. So rank of AB is 3, rank of A is 2. So that answer means lambda equal to 6. 6 PQ lambda equal to 6 what will happen? It is 0. Rank of A is 0. Rank of A is 2. But rank of mu not equal to 20 means rank of entire argument matrix is 3. Okay. That is okay. That is rank of AB not equal to rank of A. Therefore, it has no solution. Okay. So answer C. For these values of lambda and mu only, the system has no solution. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you so much.